that having some kind of responsibility, yeah? Not thinking like, oh, my teacher will do, or Buddha will do. It's not like that. And power of other, again, is not becoming too overconfident and saying, I don't need teacher, I don't need him, I can become. That is also a little bit, so balancing these two things. And also power of cause, which is that understanding the karmic potential is important, you know. So thinking that I have to do something in order to accumulate the potential for the future life, because without that it's not going to happen. You know, also having gratitude that, or whatever I am here, this situation is as coming as a result of my past, you know, positive karma as a result. Having a gratitude to oneself. And the potential, again, it means not being saying that, oh, everything's karma, so, you know, what should I do? It's not like that. Yes, karma is there, but also we can do so many things, you know, to shape the karma in a way, so to speak. So taking, doing something, not just blaming everything onto saying, oh, it's a karma. So not falling into all these extremes, being in the middle way. So these are 4 powers. And so these are some very important causes, conditions, and the environment in order to generate our practice in general, but especially the bodhicitta. And also, as a conclusion, it's very important that we have a path of aspiration and path of wisdom. Yeah? And many times we get confused, or we kind of, because of ignorance or many reasons, backgrounds, we might kind of disregard one and fall into the one extreme and stuck there. So all these are part of aspirations, or we can also say the path of accumulation and path of wisdom. All these are important. As I was saying, that path of accumulation is like accumulating the pixels one by one, and path of wisdom is the result, you know, as a whole picture. So both of these are important, and you have to be patient when you practice path of accumulation. Even though you do something, you don't see it, but each time you do the one prostration, not only that, but even the one moment of thinking about the bodhicitta or, you know, dharma, is you are putting the pixel on that thing. So you have to think that way. And more the path of accumulation you have, the clearer the path of wisdom will be. And that's important. And again, it's very important, since many of these practices are based on thought, intention, motivation, and we might think like, yeah, at the end it's just thought by saying that, but no. Yes, result depends on action, but action is very much based on the intention. Without a wish, without aspiration, action will never happen. So valuing the thought, valuing the intention is very, very important. Even though you might see direct connection between result and thought, but it is a very important cause for the result. And I was saying at the end that as a practitioner, especially these days, even though these 2 obscurations of arrogance, you know, saying that, oh, only wisdom matters, all these pujas, prostrations, circumambulation, these are Indian thing, or these are that culture. So we should not misunderstood. Yes, it is true, these are culture, but it has a significance of wisdom. That matters. For example, like you cannot say, tea is important, cup is not, I don't need a cup, you know, that you will never get opportunity to drink a tea without a cup. But of course, yeah, you should not mistake that thinking cup is tea and start drinking cup, yeah. That will create some problems. So you have to understand the relationship between both, but also understand what is the result, not mistaking path as a result. but at the same time not disregarding path just because it's a path. There's no way to get to the result. So there's many practices like this, especially like we in the Mahayana Tibetan Buddhism, we do a lot of this. As I was saying, that 7 branch prayer, visualization, recitations, offerings, all these are, each time you do, you are putting 1 pixel on the picture of enlightenment. It's not one of this. So it's important to keep that in mind and not being irresponsible and thinking, oh, my teacher will do, Buddha will do, I will just pray, or when I come to 100,000 number, and then I will be liberated. No, it's not like that. At the same time, thinking that I don't need all this teacher, I will just do my self-introspection and become enlightened, and that's also not going to happen, because it's a lot of causes and conditions coming together. Imagine that to make 1 cup of tea, how many causes and conditions we have to rely. And now we are talking about the enlightenment. It's a very big vision, it's a very big project. So you cannot really say, I will just do it by depending on everything. So these are very important. And when you not have these 2 philosophical arrogance and the blind faith, irresponsible, and you will be in the middle way practitioner, which is very important. That is not being fall into the 2, you can say you are going into the genuine right path, which is free from the 2 extremes of exaggeration and the denigration, which will lead you to the genuine result, that is Dharmakaya and the Rupakaya of the Buddha. So I guess these are the some points or the topics that we have discussed in our last few days of Dhamma talks. And so these are just, I would say, the contents, so you can practice, you can study more, and there's lots of books related to the view, related to meditation, related to the view. But important thing is combining our intellectual with experience. This is important. And so I hope you will get some sort of general idea of Buddhism, or let's say what the Buddha Dhamma looks like. So I think we can study more and more detail to enhance your understanding and deepen. So this is more like, how to say, general map or blueprint of our practice, or our practice. I think you can do one practice that is simple. It's usually, I think you can call it like mind-body practice. So it means that usually what happens is that our body is here, but then mind is already somewhere cooking or washing, something like that. So it creates a problem. So it means that just simply bringing back your mind and being with your body, that's it. So that means that if you are reading, and your mind should be reading together. Like when you are a small child and they always with the mom, stays in the palm. It doesn't run away. Even though he go a little bit far away, it's immediately come back. So mind should be something like that. We say going back to the original home or something like that. So if you're walking, your mind should be walking with you. It doesn't matter. Even if you're talking, your mind should be talking. It's not like your mouth is talking and your mind is behind and saying why he's talking, why he's saying like this and that, and making commentary. So I think this will be quite a simple and like kind of very basic foundation for many of our healthy minds technique. Mind, body, if you're eating, your mind should be eating. If you're walking, your mind should. It's not like you're going here and your mind is already in the shop buying something, not like that. Yeah. Sunam diye tam she sikpane tam ne pe ranam amje ke gae na chi lai tu bai se pe so le groa do wai shu.
By this merit may all attain omniscience, may defeat the enemy wrongdoing, from the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness and death, from the ocean of samsara may have free old being.